Listen, baby, ain't no mountain high, ain't no valley low, ain't no river wide enough, baby.
If you need me, call me. No matter where you are, no matter how far.
Don't worry, baby.
Just call my name. I'll be there in a hurry. You don't have to worry. 'Cause baby, there ain't no mountain high enough. Ain't no valley low enough. Ain't no river wide enough
To keep me from getting to you, baby. Remember the day I set you free. I told you you could always count on me, darling. From that day on, I made a vow. I'll be there when you want me, some way, somehow. Oh, baby, there ain't no mountain high enough. Ain't no valley low enough. Ain't no river wide enough to keep me from getting to you, baby. Oh, no, darling.
No wind, no rain, or winter's cold can stop me, baby.
No, no, baby.
'Cause you are
If
my
you're ever in trouble, I'll be there on the double. Just send for me, oh, baby.
My love is alive, deep down in my heart, although we are miles apart.
If you ever need a helping hand, I'll be there on the double. Just as fast as I can. And don't you know that there ain't no mountain high enough? Ain't no valley low enough. Ain't no river wide enough.
Keep me from getting to you, babe. Don't you know that there
Ain't no mountain high enough. Ain't no valley low enough. Ain't no river wide enough. Ain't no mountain high enough. Ain't no valley low enough.
Sige lang, isama ka naman. Kung ayaw nila, sa akin okay lang. Kung di mo makuha sa tingin, ano sa taas, kung ayaw pa rin. Gumising na, araw ng pag-asa'y narito na. Dumating din ang harapan natin.
Cause we rise as one, we rise as one. We rise as one. Yeah. Well, you don't me out, you better felt it. I tried to beat you, but just how that I'll admit it, I fell right through the cracks. trying to get back before the good that I've been given. And my best is I'm not gonna stop me by divine intervention. I reckon it's again my turn to win some, learn some, but I won't hesitate no more, no more. It cannot wait. I'm yours. Well, open up your mind, I see like me. Open up your plans and then you're free. Look into your heart and you find love, 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 love. Listen to the music of the moment, people dance and sing. We're just one big family. It's your God-forsaken right to be loved, love, 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 love. So I won't hesitate no more, no more. It cannot wait. I'm sure there's no need to complicate. Our time is short. This is our fate. I'm chosen. No one, no one, no one can get in the way of what I'm feeling. No one, no one, no one can get in the way of what I'm feeling for you, for you, for you, you. Listen. One love, one heart. Let's get together and I will feel alright. Baby, one love. Baby, one heart, one heart. Let's get together and I will feel alright. Let's get together and I will feel alright. Oh, let's get together and I will feel alright.
Oh, there you go. I am so back. Ladies and gentlemen, I know you have been enjoying Renzo's songs. And speaking of Renzo, I thought you might want to know more about him, right? He is a singer songwriter based in Peru. And he is the CEO of Salazar Entertainment Production Company. But currently, he is in New York promoting his first album, Textures, which I believe is also on Spotify. So if you want more of that, just go to Spotify. Now, the songs in his album are very emotional and personal because he created these songs about love, love lost, heartbreak during the pandemic. So I'm pretty sure a lot of us would be able to relate one way or another. Ladies and gentlemen, I see our next speaker has a lot of fans right here. I can read all the comments. Thank you very much. You're about to meet her in a few minutes. So for now, let me announce the winners of, yes, I said winners. It's not just one, two, but three. All right. Winners of the 500 pesos vouchers from Una Agua. Una Agua is the premium drinking water that uses ozone to disinfect regular tap water and produce the cleanest and safest purified water to drink. Congratulations to Mark Harold Payumo and Jojin Abustan for winning 500 pesos vouchers from Una Agua. Yee-hee. And now let's move forward to That's 7,000 pesos worth of services from, I believe, Chas, right? Chas COVID. So, ladies and gentlemen, we also have a winner. And if I may read the winning entry, let me go and read this. So, he said, para saan ka babangon? Para saan ako babangon? To fulfill my purpose in life. Spread love and positivity. Because by giving and helping, I am paying forward all the blessings that I am receiving from God. Congratulations, Zes Martinez. Woohoo! Ayan naman pala. There you go. Now, ladies and gentlemen, before I proceed, I know you like prizes and games, so it's time for another game. And the prizes here are courtesy of our generous next presenter. So we will be giving away 2 incense bundles. I love incense. So 1 incense bundle with a starfish incense stand, okay? Plus a prosperity bracelet by Stargazer, sold in Shop Soulfully, worth 2,000 pesos. You would love that, right? But wait, there's more, because we are also giving out a, did I get it right? Hey, I love this too. Gusto ko rin to. We're giving out a full sponsorship grant for Philippine Academy of Intuitive Tarot Starter course, worth 7,000 pesos as well. So, you better watch out. And because our next presenter is a super psychic, she usually does this game in her KUMU shows. If you're familiar with KUMU, if not, download KUMU right now. And that is, her show is every Sunday night at 8 p.m. So we will play this game that exercises our psychic abilities as well. So we have a box right there. We have a box that contains 5 items. And these 5 items are available in Shop Soulfully. So we would want you to guess what those items are. Right? It's really random guesses out of nowhere because there's actually no clue. So, what are those 5 items from Shop Soulfully? And the first 5 people who would be guessing it right, or who would have, okay, the first 5 people who would guess the most number of items correct will win the prizes. So, all you have to do is at the end of the talk of our next presenter, you would want to post your answers in the thread. Okay, and then after that, we will be announcing the winner. Okay, don't worry, that box will not be moving. Okay, walang maggagalaw. Hindi yun kasali. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are all so ready for our next speaker. She was the anchor of Pinoy Vibes on DZMM, ABS-CBN for more than 12 and a half years, and is currently the host of the same program on FYE Channel in KUMU. She's also known as the celebrity psychic, paranormal expert, and aura reader. She has earned her degree in AB Communications Arts at Ateneo de Manila University and interior design at the Philippine School of Interior Design. Moreover, her professional background includes market research executive, government permitting consultant, environmental consultant, and real estate planning and development executive. Wow, what is it that she cannot do? Ladies and gentlemen, here is a video as we welcome the one and only Stargazer.
I was only 15 when I stepped into college, and things were kinda different. Unlike in high school, where teachers are so supportive and helpful, college life had a different air of independency and maturity. There were mornings that I would often wake up and feel there's something lacking. At times I stopped in the middle of doing something only to ponder on what may be the reason or rhyme of everything. I was indeed only 15. Also felt like a misfit and did not know what to believe or feel. It was something like the pieces didn't fit or I was inadequate. I was so drawn to mystery and the unknown and had so many questions about life and existence. Instead of focusing on studies, I started asking, what am I here for? Then I started to gorge on books about different religions like Taoism, Buddhism, Sikhism, Confucianism, and even Islam. I was a mainstay at the Rizal Library, devouring all the books with so much hunger for learning. I asked the so many whys and even questioned my faith. Born a Catholic, I was made to go to masses every Sunday and say my rosary. Very clearly, my spirit was yearning for something different, but I was also feeling a certain power. Something was beyond me that was beckoning me to discover and immerse into it. I was seeking a certain mission or purpose in life that was still vague. One fateful day, I was walking towards Bellarmine Hall when I met a man that would change that integral part of my life. With the books I borrowed from the library, I hurriedly rushed only to accidentally drop them along the way. This man was quick to help me pick up the books. He was Father Jaime Bulatao, chair of the psychology department of the Ateneo then. He helped me understand my so-called special gifts and he honed me by mentoring. Since Father Bu was a Jesuit, the journey I took had leanings towards a Catholic path, and I never regretted it at all. And that was the simple start of my spiritual journey towards enlightenment. Spirituality came with the realization of something greater than me and an awakening to that certain purpose. But at that time, I was also bound by religion because of the adherence to certain rules and organized belief of the Catholic faith. Yes, I was into spirituality and religion at the same time. I finished college at the Ateneo and ventured into the world with a strong belief that God is always by my side. My yearning for truth never stopped with what Father Bu had taught me, but instead I explored other beliefs. I became also confused because I was in and out of dimensions and different consciousness, and I felt different realities that the Catholic faith was indifferent to. Inculcated in my mind, we have to go kneel and pray when adversities came, and only that will help you. And that's what I did. I went on experiencing life and its many challenges, falling down and making mistakes, driving you against the wall and give up. I discovered how life can be at times mocking you to a point that you feel useless and incapable of living. I always knelt down and prayed real hard, but it seems no one was there. No one was answering me. I felt there was really no God because I can't feel his tangibility. He never answered back, and I felt so helpless. But as I failed drastically in life, I would notice that things would move to a different direction, that I began to wonder real hard the reason why there is always a saving grace. And I keep on doing the same thing over and over, failed again and again, and in the end, something good always happened. The good presented itself as right choices at the right time. I decided to move and make decisions to get out of the rut I was in. I had to make better choices so as not to repeat the mistake and falling into a cycle. The realization that it is not only prayer that can move mountains came. Not till 2003, when I experienced the greatest lesson in my life. I could not fathom why I'd be given such a lesson of pain, and that was it. I wanted to end everything because I felt betrayed by that certain power. It was a lesson that upturned my very being and shook off all sense from me. I was forcing myself to think positive. I went to different spiritual people trying to elicit some kind of hope. Blindly, I took to following them and placing them on a pedestal, thinking they were incorruptible. I painted everything with so much hope, and I was wrong. When I started seeing their frailty, I became disillusioned. How can they have a bad side when they are supposed to be spiritual? And the questioning began. I felt like being a lost soul again because I was feeling desolate and frustrated. I turned away and embarked on a spiritual journey all by myself. I started to believe that giving is the essence of being a human being. I gave so much of myself to the point of exhaustion. Sometimes nothing was left for me because I gave it all. Time for my family was not enough because I had to attend to others first. That was what I thought of spirituality, to give everything. Again, betrayal and abuse came in. People started to take advantage of what I was giving. It was another painful realization. And when it rains, it really pours very hard. I said to myself, enough of the illusions. I need to take hold of myself and shake off the spiritual cobwebs that seem to cover my eyes. I re-evaluated and placed myself in the now. And that signaled my rebirth, my awakening to the so-called realistic spirituality. Spiritual awakening that comes anytime, never follows any schedule, any set of rules, or a specific date. It comes in always at the time your soul recognizes something must change. It happens a lot of times in our lives. Let me take you to the world of realistic spirituality. Two feet on this ground. Putting realism into spirituality is having your 2 feet on the ground. It is not something that floats on clouds, intangible or unattainable. Spirituality is felt and experienced in our lives. Our reality is on this ground, on this physical plane, and not in other dimensions. Though we interact with other consciousness, we should never forget the reason why we are incarnated in this specific physical plane of existence. Achieving what can be. Realistic spirituality is also achieving only what can be and not what can't be. Realistic spirituality makes you be in the right perspective and not putting expectations beyond what they should really be. It also aims to set you on the right path to what is destined to be. Unwraps ambiguity to allow truth to unravel. Nothing can be kept under wraps for so long. Realistic spirituality encourages you to question and see with open eyes these half-truths, exposing dark intentions and questionable motives. One must not also blindly believe or follow in fake spiritualities and people who mask themselves in goodness and pretense. Some live in lies, with their lives full of deceit that eventually crumble. Always keep in mind that everything vague will always come to light, no matter how well it is hidden. Black will always be exposed as darkness, while white will always shine through. There will never be neutral or gray areas. Polarity is balance. Where the yin is, the yang appears. Where there is desolation, there will be hope. And these two opposing poles is needed to create balance. That each one of us have polarity within. Along this thought, realistic spirituality also makes you aware of the weakness of others, not to undermine or mock him, but it sets a reminder that we all have weaknesses too. We must learn how to understand how weaknesses balances our very lives, and that we also have strengths to offset for the lack. Everything is perfect by itself. Lessons are vital for our growth as a human being, and this makes us work for the better. Failures and imperfections are actually perfect and fit in a certain time and reason. It makes you experience darkness in order to see the light. Realistic spirituality does not save you from failure, but it allows you to meaningfully experience the storm, to see the rainbows. To know peace, one must experience turmoil. It is also expecting the unexpected, being ready for it and not getting shocked because it is part of the perfect plan. It must also set the stage to realize what should be done instead, that making a mistake is a way for realization to unravel. Helps you become a better human being. Realistic spirituality makes you more human and kinder. Makes you experience what human beings must go through in this cool, cold earth while learning through interacting with other dimensions. That the lessons learned are vital and applicable for human beings and not aliens of another world. It makes you more humbler and more honest, makes you realize that we can never hide from what is, and it must make you more conscious of your intentions with others. Realistic spirituality must remind you of being truthful with yourself first before others. Ushers in realistic positivity in your life. Realistic spirituality must remind you of your strengths and encourage you to use it positively. Equally, it makes you accept your weaknesses and encourage you to work for the better. Makes you be in the now and not in some distant space or existence. It makes you aim for what is essential and achievable. No one escapes karma. With the right kind of spirituality, you become more aware that faith does not spare you from experiencing karma. Karma is both the good and the bad because it is simply the reaction to every action we make in life. Good deeds beget good karma, and no matter how you protect yourself from negative karma, it will always come. Realistic spirituality makes you more conscious and responsible for your actions. You become more independent. It opens your mind that spirituality is not merely praying, but also doing. It also makes you understand that you need to stand on your own, make decisions for yourself, and avoid dependency on others. One cannot lean on a spiritual guru or person forever. We have to let go and venture into this world. Discoveries are to be made by us and not for us. Realistic spirituality makes you love you more. Placing your well being above the rest is not being selfish, but rather makes you aware that to be able to help others, you must be complete yourself. How can a soldier face a battle if his gear is incomplete? Just imagine yourself with no gear and no shoes. In reality, one must prepare physically, emotionally, psychologically, and spiritually in life. You are a human being who needs nurturing and not a superhero in the movies. Constantly, you must check on yourself if you are in lack of any. Balance and never tip to the extremes. Set your boundaries to avoid a spiritual burnout. There were words I repeatedly mentioned. In the now simply means being relevant and understood. When you practice your spirituality, make it relevant. Do not appear to be in some kind of heaven that you forgot that we are of flesh and blood. It is okay to envision worlds and dimensions beyond us, and we will get to that nirvana in time. To be understood, speak the language and impart the wisdom in layman's term. We must also be grounded, aware, conscious, and know exactly who we are and where we stand. Realism is to be observed. When faced with difficulty, it is all right to kneel and pray. It is all right to ask for insight from a spiritual advisor, and it is all right to connect with the gods. But as a human being, you take this special wisdom and apply it and make a decision. Act on your problem if it has to be resolved, and do not simply think that God will mysteriously show his hand and do something about it. Act with workable solutions that applies to the present. Give spiritual people some room to make mistakes. They too are going through processes and lessons in life. They also are being tested. That is why you never judge another by the weakness they show. Allow them space and honor their time too, for they have their own challenges to worry about. Respect their space too. Now beware of spiritual people who don white robes of innocence when they themselves knowingly fool people to serve their selfish intentions. Beware also of those who serve the quote unquote devil and fail when the test is all about money and material possessions. These spiritual people are not to be patronized because they embody materialism and not spirituality at all. Be careful also in following overnight gurus, just joining a bandwagon because simply it is a fad or they found a quick way to make money. Use wisdom and your inner voice or intuition in patronizing these people instead of looking at how they look or sound. You must look at the sincerity and capability he shows. You must see the wisdom and the kind of life he has led. A sinner who has reformed and now lives a life with positivity is far more credible than a person who preaches about love, heals in the name of God, looks meek and humble, but continuously dupe people with money and deceit. Focus on the learnings you get from them. What positive influence do they have on your life rather than patronizing just because of popularity? Take your pick. In the end, realistic spirituality sees the commonness of everything, that everything is the same, that religion's beliefs and practices evolve around a certain power, that certain truth or prime source that governs and places order. Now let me share with you a simple meditation. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in again and breathe out. I am in the now. I breathe in realistic positivity. I interact with other consciousness, yet mindful of this plane of existence. I allow myself to experience polarity, finding refuge in my strengths and learning from my weaknesses. I acknowledge my greatness and use this to be of help to others. In the same manner, I acknowledge my need for other people's strengths. I see through deceitful spirituality and choose to follow what is true and just. I am real, honest, and sincere. I am full of love, and that I love myself as I love others. I am a child of God, that infinite power that is the center of everything. I live, I breathe, I love. Watch me at KUMU under FYE Channel, Pinoy Vibes with Stargazer, every Sunday at 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. See you there. Hi, good evening. Are we on? Yeah? Is Trixie there? Trixie, are you there? Magandang gabi sa inyong lahat. Um, I'd like to add. It's okay already, May. I can talk already. We're seen. Are we? Yeah. Pasensya na sa likod kasi that's a preparation for later's event. Yeah. You know what? I'd like to add. I agree with Chi that not all in the light are light. We have to be very careful. As in the Bible, it says there are many wolves in sheep's clothing. Sometimes you have to see people who talk well, people who make you smile, people who are kind, who appear kind, are even the ones that you have to look very well into. It's so sad because during the pandemic season, I've been seeing new people coming out, and then it's like they're trying to convince people to believe in some things or some matters which probably are questionable. It is all about discernment. You have to learn how to discern. How do you discern? Look at the person. How do you feel? Is there any inner voice telling you that you have to believe him, or is there a certain fear? You have to pay attention to that. Is there? Can you feel the aura? How's the aura? How do you feel? Is she exuding positivity? Is she being honest? Is she hiding something? These are the questions that are okay to ask yourself. It's not something like you're being negative, but you have to learn how to discern. It's not about a good laugh or a person who can entertain you, or can be someone who's very popular but keeps on saying negativity. It all depends on which one would you patronize. So it's all about your journey. Actually, it is your journey. The lessons you learn, the people you get close to, and the people that you learn your lessons from are all about your journey. That's why there are some people that you get hurt along the way. It's because you have to learn. Okay, so when you look at a spiritual person, what are you going to do? First, do a background check of everything. Find out who that person is. Find out what is the credibility. Find out where does he come from. Maybe some people are just mesmerized with names, with titles, with masters or whatever, but they fail to see what kind of person are they following. I think it is much better if you conduct a background investigation about people in the field, in the spiritual field. I cannot say that everybody is okay. We all have our path, we all have our journey. So we cannot judge about how a person thinks or acts. It's just a matter how you feel towards them. Now, be careful also. I've heard of a lot of practitioners who use the term spirituality and do something else. So you have to be very careful. Mag-iingat po kayo. Marami na ngayon, there are lots of sexual harassment going on that we have to be really, really careful about. And there are also other spiritual people who steal intellectual properties of other practitioners. You have to be careful. So, what are you following? You have to actually follow someone who's honest, someone who can be honest with you, someone you can learn positivity from, someone who makes you feel good, someone who uplifts you, and someone who tells you the truth. I guess that's it. Someone who tells you the truth and does not have any other intention from you or with you. Okay, I guess we have, if you have any questions, Tricks, you can come in already. I hope you like the video. There you go.
Hi, Miss Star.
Hi, Tricks.
They're saying, wow, you're so beautiful.
Thank
They love
you.
what
Thank
they
you.
watched, and they're so happy to see you live
Thank
here.
you. Mhm.
So let's see if we have questions for her. Okay, let me just read this aloud. I
Okay.
feel privileged to know you in this life, Miss Star. Thank you for
Okay.
the lessons, for pointing us to the right people in the right direction.
Thank you.
Having read that and basing from the last few words that you said, Miss Star, yes, there are so many people that we have to do like our own background checks, right? For the person to know if, okay, do I believe, do I talk, do I listen to this person? I would have to say that from what I understand, it's really the discernment, right? We ask for discernment. But is there any other thing aside from that that we can practice or
Okay,
do so?
sometimes, yeah, sometimes kasi we get lost in probably the way the person makes you feel. Okay, so what's best is that, that's why I say, I always remind people realistic positivity and realistic spirituality. Okay, so what does it mean? You have to do your own checking. You're a human being, so do some checks. I mean, sometimes there are some spiritual people who have um well, you cannot judge a person who has a dirty past or is doing something, has done something in the past. But if they did change and they evolve, it's all right. But sometimes they hide who they really are. And when you look at a spiritual person, you look at a person who's not too materialistic. That's how you look at people. So you have to see the balance in that person. It's always a mutual benefiting relationship, not leaning towards the other. It must be balanced. So that's possibly Trixie, it's not only discernment, yeah, but also little checking.
Opening your eyes and seeing in
Yeah,
this
yeah. Yes,
lifetime, guys.
yeah, you have to open
Okay.
your eyes. Yeah.
Thank you, Miss Star. Ladies and gentlemen, we can take in like two questions. So if you have anything that you want clarification with or anything to tell Miss Star, go ahead. Miss Star, how about those that even normally we say, "Oh, I feel good towards this
Yeah.
person." You know, she has like
Mhm.
good aura with me, or I don't like the person. I don't know why, but I don't like it. How about these experiences wherein you feel good about that person, but then at the
Mhm.
end, it's like it's not a good experience for you.
You know,
How was that?
actually, Trixie, I don't believe that you feel good. There would be some instances that will make you question, but you're just ignoring those danger signs.
Mm,
Kasi, when you see the front and you see it's nice,
yeah.
so you believe. But sometimes deep inside you, if you're gifted, or everybody's gifted, okay? So there's this little voice telling you there's something wrong with what she said or he said. And you look at the way he lives his life. You know, look at the person's way of living. That's how
Mm,
you look at the person. The goodness will always come through, no matter how strong the facade is. Okay? Or even if the person is so meek and so nice and so
mhm,
paawa effect, or it seems like, yeah, it seems like so all the goodness is there. But eventually, along the way, you would see the inconsistencies.
mhm.
And don't be blind about it because it will really show. That's what I was saying. White is white, black is black. There are no gray areas. Eventually, it will come out.
Okay. So guys, now you know. Okay, I asked that question for you. Who doesn't want to ask that? Okay.
Yeah, no
Thank
one
you.
wants to ask. Okay, thank
Again,
you. Yeah.
thank you very much. Any more question, guys? Last minute with Miss Star or so? Sayang, grab the opportunity. Or the next one would be you have to get into Kumu. Send her your questions, send your diamonds also. So there you go.
That will be tomorrow. Who
Yes,
may-
tomorrow o nga pala, Saturday lang now. All right. So again, okay, just saying hi, Miss Star. There.
yes.
I will see you in Kumu, ma'am. So I'm also there, and it's fun there, right?
Yeah, it's fun.
So,
It's fun.
woohoo.
Yes.
Okay, now we
Yeah.
have a question from Paolo. What if you just met someone and um at that moment is helping you with good advice, but aura is black smoke? Hmm.
I was talking about be careful of wolves in sheep's clothing. If you can see the aura in black smoke, okay, just be there. It's an experience, okay? Don't deny yourself, okay? It's like listening. But at the back of your mind, at the back of your head, you have to balance, and that somehow and sometime you have to step back. So there's nothing wrong with experiencing a person who has a black smoke as an aura. So just go through it. And then later on you might be deceived with what you see. It might be the light shining through, okay? Or you may see the darker side of the person. It's being aware. That's more important, is being aware, not blind.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so as Miss Star said, that's
Mhm.
okay. Just
Yeah.
take in that experience.
Experience it. Yeah, it's okay to experience it.
Okay. Now, Miss Star, I think this would be the last question.
Yes.
Two questions in one now. Okay, so why are we prone? We meaning to say the heart workers, I would say, spiritual workers. Why are we prone to falling for narcissists or abusers?
That's a nice one. It's because we have this messianic complex in us always, the light workers. You see there's something wrong with a person, okay? So, di ba, why are you prone to people like that? Is that
Mhm.
the question, right?
Yes.
So it's more of the messianic. You always feel that you can change people, you can help people. So when you see something wrong in a person, it's not only messianic people, but people in general who are troubled. So there's an urge for you. There's a mission in life that you want to change and help people. That's the reason why you focus on people with problems. Actually, you're drawn to. They are drawn to you, and you are drawn to them. Yeah, it's just equal.
I
You just
see.
have to
I
open your
agree.
eyes. It's really just all about opening your eyes.
Mm.
As simple as that.
Yes. Right. Thank you. Okay, last one, Miss Star. Is that okay?
Yeah, sure.
Marami pa po, pero I'm limiting it na lang because we have limited time. So, how do you start life or restart after realizing the negativities, the receipts, the lies?
How do you
Like, how do
start?
you bounce back? I think that's his or her question.
Okay, you know what? How do you start life is simply making a choice. I mean, you ask yourself, where am I going? Okay? So it's as simple as that. It's a choice actually between doing something better or not doing anything at all. It's all up to you actually. Do you want just to stagnate, not do anything about the negativities and lies? So you would always want to be better. It means if you don't want to start to move towards the light. Okay, I'm not saying you go towards the light, you're crossing over. It's more of if you're not going to help yourself, make a choice first. Kasi ang ask niya is how do you? Okay, first make a choice that you are going to leave this behind. Kasi before really doing something, you have to make a choice. What is it? What do I want to do in life? You have to evaluate first. Okay, I experienced this and everything, and like this, and I had all the lies, the betrayals. So there's no other way but to go forward. Where do you want to go? Backward? So you're not doing anything with your life. So you're just gonna go through all the process, all that's the same cycle. So it's just a matter of making a choice first. Do you want to be better, or do you want to stay there? Do you want to stagnate? That's what you're gonna do first.
Thank you, Miss Stargazer, for that. We love it. Maraming
Thank
salamat
you.
po.
Thank
Thank you so
you.
much for being part of this
It's
conference. And
always a pleasure, especially for me. It's always a pleasure.
yes, all for
Yes.
me and for
All
the
for
team. Thank you
yes.
very much for your
Thank
energy and your
you.
time.
And hope to see you also in Kumu tomorrow. I will be
Tomorrow,
talking, yeah, it's Sunday. I will be talking about crossing over. Okay, that's a very interesting topic.
ooh,
Yes,
eight
crossing
o'clock,
over.
right?
8 to 11 p.m.
Wow,
Thank
ang
you,
tagal.
Trixie.
Thank you,
Yes,
Miss,
it's so nice.
the one and
Yeah,
only
I think
Stargazer.
I think the color of your aura right now is yellowish green. Okay, I
Yeah.
think there will be some things that will come to you new, and you will do some kind of healing. It's a healing project coming in. Okay. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you. Thank
Yes.
you for that.
Yes.
Thank you very
Okay.
much.
Good night. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Salamat po. Wow, I love that. I got a free reading. So, yeah, that's why pala I'm here doing the hosting. Thank you. Now I would love to dream more about that. Ladies and gentlemen, yes, I know Miss Star would be able to read all these things. Madam, you're so beautiful inside and out. Looking forward to tomorrow in Kumu. So pwede nyo pagsabayin, right? On the laptop is the Spirit Con happening until 11 p.m. and you can have on your phone, her show in Kumu. And yes, if you're there, feel free to also follow me. I do spotlight on Wednesday, so see you there. Now, ladies and gentlemen, before we proceed, very interesting another set of speakers. Please let's thank our sponsors and just enjoy this commercial break.
Love is a battle, at least they taught me so. How to surrender, sometimes I never know. The walls up around me, they seem to never fall. Let me some fire so I can burn them all. I know we've been struggling, but here we gotta move. I can still see you now, can you see me too? Remember the rivers and how they merged our hearts, never apart, cause we came for more than love. So baby girl, don't you run, we came for more than love. We came for more than love. So baby girl, don't you run, we came for more than love. Mm. I can feel the fear on every single breath. Sometimes I feel like I can't take another step. But darling, I'm a soldier. I know that you're a soldier. So let's climb up this mountain and get over all the things that keep us in the shadows, girl. I intend to cut them out of both our worlds. The mirror of the heart, it never lies. Gotta purify our eyes and shine. Cause we came for more than love. So baby girl, don't you run. We came for more than love. We came for more than love. So baby girl, don't you run. We came for more than love. We came for more than love. So baby girl, don't you run. We came for more than love. More than love. We came for more than love. So baby girl, don't you run. We came for more than love. More than love.